Have you had a dark night of the soul? Before we get into this, I want to say real quick, my son has, actually both my boys have brought to my attention that my videos are lame. So I'm working on trying to learn how to edit better. So be patient with me. You may see some experimentation throughout this video. I'm learning. What in the hell is this dark night of the soul? So in this video, I want to talk about what it feels like, what is its purpose, and how you can move more smoothly through the dark night of the soul. So if you have had this type of group of feelings, you've probably gone through a dark night of the soul. It feels like loneliness, it feels like despair, it feels like disconnect, depression, deep sadness. The world seems gray to you. You don't have a lot of energy and you're not sure where to go with your life. It even can feel like your life has absolutely no purpose whatsoever. Why am I here? Why did I do this? And it's very strange because, you know, it's not some people teach that it's a spiritual awakening, but it's not a spiritual awakening. You can be awake your whole life and then go through a dark night of the soul. So when you're awake and you know what the meaning of your life is, and then all of a sudden you feel like there's no meaning in your life, it's a very strange place to be. So the purpose of the dark night of the soul is an ego death for your rebirth. It's ego death or dissolution. You go through an activation on the soul level to a higher evolutionary stage on your journey, and you have to go with that. You can't bring certain things with you. So what it's doing is it's removing things from your life that no longer serve you. Well, those are not only people, places, things. There's a lot inside of you that no longer serves you. You know, we experience things for a reason throughout life, which, you know, you start to understand more and more as you go along. And as you experience those things, your ego has to build certain, you know, ideals and ways of being and seeing things. And when you are going to your next stage in your spiritual journey, you have to learn to let that go. You have to be more flexible. So there's an ego death. What falls away is your identity, your ideals, your beliefs, expectations that you and other people put upon yourself, and conditioning that has been very useful for you up to this point because it got you from A to B. It got you through things that you need to get through, but now it's time to let it go. It's a very painful process, but I want to say, you know, I'm the self-empowerment person, and I want to say, remember that you're at the steering wheel. Your soul, this was planned before you came here. You know you can do this. You're so strong. So this dark night of the soul, which is really the ego, dark night of the ego, because the soul is all light. There's no darkness within your soul. It's just I don't know why they call it that, but we'll just go with it. This dark night of the soul is really empowering, which I know that doesn't help if you're in the middle of the dark night of the soul, because I remember, I could tell you, I have a wood ceiling in my bedroom, and I could tell you all the patterns because I just stared at them for a long time, daily. You know, I had to keep functioning. I have kids, but I couldn't wait until I could have some time to go and stare at them. It's weird. It's like you have no direction, right? Okay, so I want to talk about how you can move more smoothly through this dark night of the soul. And a lot of this is stuff that I already talk about in this channel. Now that you understand what it is, you know, knowledge is power. You have the power now. So the number one thing that you can do is surrender to it. Surrender to it with the understanding that you are actually in the driver's seat, and the surrender is you giving it fully over to the soul level, okay? Try not to fight it. If you fight it, it takes longer. So maybe you can go a little quicker through the process. If you're stubborn, you're gonna you're gonna fight it a little until you get, okay, I need to surrender. Another really important method is to be the observer of the mind. Don't feed the wolves. The wolves will come in hungry as all get out. They want to feed you a story. You reframe, you change the story, and you look for the positive side of it. This is work. This is a lot of work, but it's very helpful. I have a meditation, I'm gonna, I think, attach it to this video, that I did a while back on releasing negative mind loops, because that happens during the dark night. And so I'll put that in there. Another practice is gratitude, because and at first it's going to be really difficult to put this practice into use, but fake it till you make it. Gratitude does not leave room for these negative thoughts. So when you're practicing gratitude, I'm so grateful that I have this time that I can go through this and release things that need to be, whatever you can bring in. I'm so grateful I have a roof over my head that I can stare at endlessly. I mean, I hope this is helpful. Oftentimes, you know, before you go through a dark night of the soul, this isn't everyone, you are feeling really connected. You feel so blissful because you feel the oneness. And that is one thing that you can also hold on to. That is a good gratitude point. And if you've not had that, then I'm telling you, when you get to the end of this, you're gonna find that. That's you, that's your soul, that's you connecting with your soul and oneness, and it's a beautiful, wonderful place to be. I hope this was helpful. If it was, please like, share, subscribe. I love you all.